I'm making the same mistake over and over and over again. You know, walking downhill with these sneakers, I always get shoved to the tip toe position, you know, like, and then it starts hurting. What a weather, huh? It's funny the like, you know, how the clouds look like. It looks like some frequencies have been sent in there, and that's why they, you know, it's not high up, that kind of cirrus that would look like this. And also here you can tell that, you know, there's been some chemtrail action going on. So there is different particles up there, and then the water can cling onto it. And yeah, by that we don't only see clouds, but we got like, yeah, chemtrail. So the chemicals are distributed. I've never been witnessing that, but, you know, following the internet, the chemtrails get the chemicals of them distributed by airplanes. So because of the airplanes going their routes, those distributed, like brought out chemicals according to the chemtrail class of the US something. I heard on a talk of Harald Krautzweiler, because you know, they go lines, then trails are left that look like lines, and that's why you got this funny sky. Yeah, yesterday internet and telephone wasn't working because I was moving the internet box. So minimalism has gone as far as me not having a telephone from a few days on. Like in 3 days I will only have internet, which is fine. So now I'm walking downhill, and it'll be like me starting a new playlist, because I filled 2 of those playlists, and since YouTube doesn't list the videos in playlists when they exceed a certain number, I checked, and so you know, certain videos are just 2-3 minutes, but usually it is 15 minutes, so that's quite some video material up there. So then, because I couldn't phone yesterday, so I was hanging my internet box at a different place, and because I had it on a hook, I was scarring the motherboard or whatever was in there, the boards, and I didn't realize until I had checked all the possible errors that might afflict my internet access. So after 2 hours, not knowing about that scarring yet, I went, and in the village on the mountaintop, the woman in the post office was not helpful. So she knew that I cannot make telephone calls, so I would not be able to call the helpline and ask for help. Or, as it turned out, some man had to walk uphill. He had a mobile phone, and I talked like 20 minutes on there. So then I ordered a new products service bundle. So today it arrived. I already got internet because of that. And yeah, the telephone would last until the end of the month, but I don't need it. So then I got Wi-Fi on that one, which I don't want. So what I did is I went online and I said no Wi-Fi, no guest WLAN, you know, the Wi-Fi for guests, and nothing of that at all. So what I'm gonna do now is put all my videos up onto that cloud, which is a good thing. I didn't realize until now that, you know, because I had to enter the service website of that internet box, and I had to disable Wi-Fi, and I did so, but it's still active within my box. You know, it is something that got put onto my box, so it might be that every like 10 minutes it once goes, I'm here, so you never know. So I don't like that box. And for some reason, when it arrived today and I was installing it, like connecting it to electricity and putting the DSL cable into the wall on the telephone thingy we have there. So that's how you got to do it, with the adapter in front of it. It's not a digital house, it's got old telephone wires coming in. I already felt some kind of headache starting, which is funny. I had such a lot of coffee lately. Why would I have a headache? And then also now, because of the chemtrails, I look up and I go like, yeah, when the sky looks like this, I feel a bit groggy at times. It really was because of, you know, we got sunshine. You know, there is, you know, no need to worry or whatever. So my back is fine. Yesterday I was having a few troubles, but then, you know, this night has set it all. Now I have no troubles at all. Sorry. I need to take off the sweater. And so now I'm heading for the elderly home, and I will give them the curtain I have produced, which is within a box I'm carrying with me. And while I'm doing this downhill walk, I will return to sender this amethyst. And you know, since I'm moving, I gotta tell you, the house owner wants to have a talk with me. So I go like, yeah, the people from the village, you know, like that woman working in the post office not helping me out. She should do the, you know, filling in of, she could, of a new service product bundle. So she's not totally not connected, you know, so to speak, to these internet questions. You know, but she said, no, I cannot help. But well, then I didn't know I need I want to have a cheaper new one without telephone. So now everything is fine. I got the new one, telephone I got. So here I go. So this one goes back to nature, back to sender. Yeah. I'll have to cut it out once I get home, you know, for my YouTube, the playlist Artwitz. So I will, because she wants to have a talk, you know. Then there was this guy from the cable car that was giving me a fantasy prize, and then, you know, I said, give the money back. I'm not gonna pay more than I need to. And she said, yes, you can come and get it at the counter. So they all are in on this thing, making my life miserable. How else would she know that they have given me wrong prices? Well, because they talk about it amongst each other. So because of that, I don't want to go and have a talk with anyone. I just live here, and that one might be the topic of the talk tomorrow. I'll see what the land and house owner is gonna say. So, you know, if she says, well, then I have to give you the sack, well, then I have to really start looking for some place, and she cannot give it, I will tell her by email, just for nothing, you know, because if she wants to have a talk, then yes, she can. I am answering all questions by email, but you don't need to have a talk with your house owner. And if she goes like this, then maybe, you know, she's crossing borders there. So I hope I'll get good answer. And if not, I don't worry. There's my art I need to put somewhere. I can always give it to a man living in a monastery. just the art. Then there is my few clothes, the things in the bathroom and in the kitchen. So there is 4 things, and then there is my office, like the little few things I still own, which is a Ethernet cable, a laptop, you know, a microphone. That's all. So 2 Ethernet cables have gone, the telephone has gone, the sound boxes have gone like a year ago. So you see, I'm not like, oh, you know, heavy on my kind of belongings, not able to move. I can easily move. So I'm like, the first time when she wrote me about people arguing about me, I was really in a worry. But now I go like, yeah, might be a topic for tomorrow. So I got good internet now, and it's not connected, so I'm not you know, updating. So once the Windows 10 system won't update anymore, I'll be safe of all these Bluetooth and whatevers. I just worry that the built-in Wi-Fi, the drivers, that they just will, you know, go on from time to time on that internet box, because it's rigged for usage with Ethernet. There are 4 Ethernets you can put onto it, and there is the possibility to use Wi-Fi and the guest Wi-Fi. So you yourself are using 2 kinds of Wi-Fi, a 5 something and a 4, so 2.4 something Wi-Fi, and then there is a guest Wi-Fi that uses these as well. So you have like 2 Wi-Fi you know, connections to the internet if you want. So yeah, I all put them onto off, save the settings, and you know, then I made a chat with you know, the people that are providing for this internet to ask about the telephone. So I was like, when will I receive the bill? Because I saw that my telephone number is listed in the new internet box, internet site, which is just for the internet box. So he said, yeah, it'll end of this month. So yeah, I'll see. I don't want a telephone. I can always hang out, and the few people I have called, that one was so annoying. It was like a doctor and then the insurance company, and you know, these things I can all do by email. And just to talk to people, I don't need the telephone. I've used it, like, let's go through my telephone usage. So it was, as I said, the insurance company. I wanted to know when they transfer the money, the regular money I get from them, the excess money each month. Then I wanted to have a recipe, so because of telephoning it wouldn't come from the doctor, but when I was sending a normal letter it would just come by snail mail. Then a few crazios have been calling me, so I called no one. A woman called me and she wanted to know, can she have my cat? You know, until now the insurance thing was kind of useless because it varies every month. The doctor thing was also kind of useless, the phone call I made. So now that woman